What we want to know is how important is this meeting? I mean, Macron and the unions have been at loggerheads for some time now.
Yeah, well, Tessa, there'll never be a better moment to improve French industrial relations. I mean, the country is swept away by this World Cup victory at the moment. A whole hour-long main TV news programme last night was devoted just to those scenes of jubilation as the team returned. Up to now, as Team Macron has ploughed ahead with its reforms, unions and employers, to a certain extent, have felt very much left on the substitutes bench. Macron's predecessors, Sarkozy and Hollande, they made a point of meeting employers and unions. Not so Macron. This is the first such gathering of its type since he took office, and that's over a year ago now. The unions feel that Macron's been using his large parliamentary majority as a mandate to justify keeping them at arm's length. So labour reforms and rail reforms have gone through Parliament. Both sides are playing down the importance of this meeting. It's only due to last some 2 hours, but the unions do want a new approach here. They're encouraged so far by what President Macron said last week before the two houses of Parliament, where he said he wanted to include these organisations to draw up a new social contract for France.
I mean, so far it seems that Macron has been getting what he wanted in terms of reforms. After a meeting such as this, what do you think we can look forward to down the road?
Yes, he has got what he wanted so far. That said, of course, we've had that wave of rail strikes this spring and summer, and some of those are set to continue, although by and large they're kind of petering out. The movement is seen as having lost its momentum. However, there are big projects coming up on the horizon, reforms of social security, tackling poverty, work contracts, pensions, healthcare. These are big things that have really damaged many previous French presidents and governments. Many of them have floundered in trying to reform areas like this. Macron's under pressure to reduce France's huge public spending. He's tried to get ahead of the game, already getting going, putting social security reforms before Parliament. But the danger is, of course, that he may get people's backs up, and that may lead to protests, more protests on the streets. Also, his style has grated. There are increasing accusations that he's arrogant and aloof and almost monarchic. The unions are very wary of all this. They want Macron to engage with them, but they're wary that he may just pay lip service and carry on with those reforms anyway. For the unions, I think they're happy that this meeting is just taking place. Indeed.